Okay, good evening, everyone. Sorry about the delay, just a few minutes late again, as normal. Sorry about that, just kind of having a few little technical problems. We're going to be doing something a bit different tonight, guys. I got a special guest on, okay? The co-founder and admin behind the CrowdRising platform. So to all you guys who are on my list and have been following me the last couple of weeks, you've seen me start to promote a company called CrowdRising. So as you probably know, guys, what I normally do on a Tuesday night at this time is I go through a different number of multiple streams or 3 or 4, sometimes 5 different programs that I'm involved with. And as I have been over the last sort of couple of months, sometimes they chop and change. Some I add, some I sort of delete. So but I've just taken on a new opportunity. I'm working on a new platform called CrowdRising. Okay, and I got the co-founders, as I was saying, the admin, the main guy behind this. There's 2 guys actually involved. Gerard Rempel and a guy called Peter Redekop. But I got Peter on the call now, and what I'm going to do, I'm just going to do something a bit different tonight. I'm going to introduce Peter. He's going to come on, tell us a little bit about himself, where he's from, what he's been up to over the last couple of years within the internet marketing space. I understand Peter's been online since the year 2000, so he's been involved in a lot of online businesses. So he's got a lot of experience within that field and in that space, and I'm going to bring him on, and he's going to go through a full presentation on CrowdRising. This is going to be recorded, so I can use then for my marketing. I can add it to my groups, some Facebook groups, etc., and I can send it out as a recording for people who can't attend tonight. So keep your questions in the chat. I can see a few questions coming in already. Is there a monthly free with CrowdRising? I'll go through those one by one. But I'm going to pass over to Peter first. He's going to go through his presentation. I'm going to leave him just go. I may butt in now and again, but I want to really let him get through the presentation slides first. And I'll be jotting down any questions that come into the chat. And then we can fire all the questions at the end over to the Peter himself direct, you know. So I've only been in this myself, I think, around about 2 weeks. So I'm fairly new to this. So I want to bring the main guy on so you can get to know him and see what he's up to and get it straight from the horse's mouth, as they say. So, Peter, are you there? Can you hear me?
I am here, Adrian, and hello to you, Adrian. How are you?
Great stuff, Peter. So, as I said, I got a guy called Peter Redekop. Am I pronouncing that surname right? Redekop.
You are doing a fabulous job at pronunciation there, Adrian.
Okay, thanks for that, Peter. So, we just had a few little technical problems. That was the delay with sharing screen, but we're all up to scratch now. So, I'm going to pass you over to Peter Redekop. He's the co-founder and the admin behind CrowdRising, and he's going to share his screen, go through a full presentation, and then we're going to put him through some Q&A, probably in about 15-20 minutes time. So over to you, Peter, if you want to introduce yourself and where you're from, what you've been up to for the last couple of years, and basically why CrowdRising and what's so good about this compared to all the other ones out there. So over to you, Peter.
Thank you so much, Adrian. I appreciate the opportunity to come on here and share with you and all of your leaders here. I'm assuming we're speaking to mostly people from the UK. Is that correct? The UK team. Well, it's great to have you all with us here this wonderful evening. It is afternoon in Canada. I'm currently broadcasting from central Canada here. Gerhard Rempel is my uncle and business partner here. And I'm going to go into a short little story and just share with you a little bit about myself and a little bit about CrowdRising and how it came to be. But before we start, I want to just make you guys feel comfortable, grab a cup of coffee, a drink, whatever, and just relax. We're going to be here for a little while. And, I just really appreciate Adrian inviting me on here to share with all of you and get personal, if you will. So I want to start by just sharing that I'm like you guys, you know what I mean? I was in one program after another and trying different things and was involved in the home-based business arena full-time since 1992. So a lot of experience, built some really large networks in the space, and got really excited about the online marketing scene back in 2000 and dabbled with surf programs and rev shares and all kinds of programs of that nature, and very quickly realized that, hey, there were some great programs out there, but there was also some real challenges out there with programs just all of a sudden no admin running off with the money, website shutting down. Well, you know what I'm talking about. You've all been there. If you've been in the space a while. And one day, you know what, Gerhard Rempel, my uncle, and I, we said, you know what, let's create something that is really going to be for the people, by the people, for the people. And that was sort of our slogan. We started in the online space. We created some peer-to-peer programs, and they took off somewhat, but they never really got the traction that we hoped they would. And what was really interesting is we're Canadians, but we're situated down in the tropics of Belize, Central America, dead in the heart of the rainforest. And that's where we spend winters. We kind of got allergic to the Canadian cold weather, and we decided to flee down there, and we love the tropics. And we came across a donation platform. I guess it was January of this year, and we started working a program that was that had some similarities to CrowdRising, but there were some challenges with the platform. I was sharing with Adrian earlier, so was Gerhard. We touched on some of the key elements in that program that really that it lacked, and one of them was it had no support. It was a vessel adrift at sea with no captain at the helm, and if you had a support issue, you were in big trouble in that platform. And then we discovered some things inside that platform, not to badmouth it, but you know what, just some things that were just not of integrity, and we just said we can no longer put our name behind this program. And Gerhard said, you know what, let's just create our own. Let's just invite our team. That time we had a couple thousand people that we had invited into that platform. And we said, enough is enough. Let's just create our own. And we put our heads together, and Gerhard came up with a really neat idea. And in the beginning, I didn't think it was going to really take off. But you know what? I said, let's put it to the test. Let's take it to a vote to our team. Let's see what our team says. And basically, that's been the secret to our success is, first of all, transparency and being open and being humble enough to go to the people and say, what would you guys like to see? What are the pitfalls? What have you experienced in some of these programs that maybe aren't favorable to you? What would be better? What could we do better? And we listened very carefully to what our people were saying. And then very quickly, we realized that there was a real appetite in the peer-to-peer world. People loved the flexibility and the freedom of being in control of their own finances, to really ultimately reinvent yourself, to have the opportunity to do this from the comfort of your home, and for you to receive 100% of the donations directly into your payment processors, into your Bitcoin wallet in real time. And that's where CrowdRising sort of came about. We created the program with our North American programmer who resides down in Belize, Central America. And basically, when we created it with the feedback from the field, we ensured that it could be the best it possibly could be. Now, we still had no idea how the world would respond to CrowdRising. We knew we had our leaders behind us, and that was good enough for us. So we launched the program April 16th. We did a beta launch. And we learned a lot about how to launch a platform and how to do it successfully. We migrated our teams over from the previous endeavor and basically said, you know what, you guys can come in, take a position here. We're not even going to ask you to donate because you donated in the other platform, and you can sort of recreate your genealogy over here if you wish to join us here. And we're going to officially launch it May 2nd, 2016. And you folks can all take your position, those that wish to do so. Well, the bulk of them took up the opportunity to take a position in CrowdRising, and we opened the doors May 2nd. Well, you know, CrowdRising has grown leaps and bounds. For those of you that have followed our Alexa ranking, I mean, we have an Alexa ranking of 36,902. And I mean, that's an amazing accomplishment, because in May, when we launched this, we weren't even in the top 1 million sites in the world. Right now, CrowdRising is the 36,000th most popular website in the world, meaning the most trafficked. And you can go and check these stats out for yourself on alexa.com. Punch in.
Just 2 seconds. Peter, are you sharing your screen yet?
Not yet. I'm going to go right into that here, Adrian.
That's fine. You carry on. I just had one. I'll leave you carry on. That was just one of the questions in the chat. I just wanted to make sure. That's fine. You carry on, Peter.
I will actually enable it here right away, and we'll continue to talk, and it'll sort of lead me into my story here, Adrian. So I thank you so much for that. So let me just bring the screen up here. Let me just know really quickly, Adrian, if you can, in fact, see my screen. I got full screen mode on here right now. Do you see this, Adrian?
That's fine. Yeah, that's lovely.
Okay, perfect. So here we were, May 2nd of 2016. We officially launched the platform. And at that time, we had our beta testers in, and we had approximately, I guess, 1,000 people, maybe maximum, in CrowdRising at that point. And we continued to support the network and work with the people, ask what can we do better, what enhancements can we give, and basically from the feedback that we received from our wonderful participants, from our friends, we really transitioned CrowdRising into what it is today. It's a very unique platform, peer-to-peer, and I'm going to go over it here. For those of you that are on the webinar here with Adrian and his team, I think we've got Tony Bennett on here as well. We've had, Gerhard and I have had a number of conversations with, I know, Lou, Adrian, and of course, Tony. So wonderful people here, and we really appreciate you all, and we look forward to getting to know many, many more through this CrowdRising opportunity that we have in front of us. Now, the first thing that I'd like to share about CrowdRising is it's actually not a business, and we have some very unique terminologies that we use, and you'll find them all on the crowdrising.net site in terms of what we say, what we do not say, things that we share and things that we do not share. But the PowerPoint, you'll find it right on the crowdrising.net website. If you go to the tutorial tab, you will see this PowerPoint. Feel free to download it. And I'm going to take you for a little tour through CrowdRising. And I'm going to go relatively quick through some of the slides just to not to bore you, but I want to give you the gist of what CrowdRising is. And Adrian, if you have any questions throughout the presentation here, feel free to just jump right in and ask me any specific questions. I'd be more than happy to answer those. So our slogan is it's time for the little guy to win. And that has really, I guess, been the driving force behind CrowdRising. Because let's face it, there's so many people out there, good people, that have been burned. They have been dragged from program to program, have lost money, have just been beat up pretty good in the space. And one of the things that CrowdRising is really unique and it's a refreshing approach is how the platform works. It's an automated platform that is peer-to-peer, and that means the donations, they go directly to you. They don't go to us and then we filter it down to you. It's not how this works. Everyone can participate. It's $20 one time out of pocket. That's it. That's all it takes. And every step after this can be self-funding using the CrowdRising proprietary platform. Now, we have what we call stages, and we do what's called stepping up. Now, the $20 that you donate one time to your sponsor or the person that you're spilled to can set in motion an avalanche of donations. Now, by continuing to step up, you're going to easily qualify for all 10 stages. And I'm going to take you for a little walk through the actual platform just to give you a little idea. And again, I'll speed up through some of the parts here just for the sake of time, but give you a really good understanding of how the platform works. So let's say you are here. Let's say you is Adrian. Here's Adrian. We're going to pick on Adrian here since he's the coordinator of this event. So he's the leader here in the UK. So Adrian comes in here and donates. Let's assume Bob invited him, and I believe Bob did invite Adrian. So here we are. Bob is the recipient of the $20 donation from Adrian. Now, the moment Adrian submits his donation, he submits step 2 in the back office. Bob is going to approve Adrian, and Adrian's row of 5 is opened up. Now, Adrian has the ability to invite 5 people of his choice to his row of 5. And all of these 5 people are going to donate $20 to Adrian. Now, here's where CrowdRising is really, really unique. CrowdRising has an element in place where if you receive 3 donations, the message is step up. And you have the means from the platform, meaning the donations, to go and step up to stage 2. If you choose not to, your account goes into what's called soft lock. And soft lock means you can no longer receive spills, you can no longer receive any additional donations unless you pay it forward and step up to stage 2. So you do that, you continue to receive your 5 donations here, and you receive $100 in return for the $100 donation that you submitted to your sponsor. Now, stepping up. Stage 2. In this example, Adrian was invited by Bob, and Susie was has invited Bob into CrowdRising. So when Adrian steps up to stage 2, Susie becomes the recipient of that stage 2 donation. So it goes to your sponsor. Once you understand this, you're going to very quickly wrap your mind around the concept, and you're going to look at this. Your jaw will hit the floor, and you'll say, oh my goodness, the same thing's going to happen to me when I start to invite people. Let's give an example. Here's Adrian. His 5 participants are all in his first tier. It's full. Now, because Adrian has paid it forward, Adrian has stepped up to stage 2. Now he has his row of 25. It's a 5 buy. So what happens is 5 participants open up beneath each one of the 5. So there's 25 positions, if you will, on your second tier. All of these people, 25, are each going to donate $40 to Adrian, which will be a total of $1,000 if all 25 step up to stage 2. Now, what's really unique about the platform here, as you continue to step up, in this case, Susie was the recipient of the $40 donation. Jim here is Susie's upline. So when Adrian steps up to stage 3, Jim will be the recipient of that stage 3 donation of $60. It's $20 to your sponsor, $40 to your sponsor, and $60 to your sponsor's sponsor. I hope I don't confuse you there, but when you watch a few videos, when you download the PowerPoint and you go through this, it may take you 1 or 2 goes at it before you really wrap your mind around the concept in terms of how this works. The moment you donate to your third upline, stage 3, you have 125 potential participants that are going to be donating $60 each to you. And this is where our 8,600 potential donations comes in. And we're going to go over that sort of in detail here in a little bit and share with you a little bit how that works. Now, there's also a very unique feature within CrowdRising called a pass-up feature here. And the pass-up feature means when you wish to step up to the next stage, how does it work? What happens in the event someone is not on the stage that you wish to step up to? Now, here's the example. Here's Adrian. You sort of followed along. Bob got the 20, Susie got the 40, which is stage 2, Jim got stage 3, Betty gets stage 4, providing she's there. She has to be there. But in this example, Adrian wants to step up to stage 5. There's magic that happens on stage 5, and we're going to talk about that because stage 5 is a leadership stage. It's where leadership begins. But in this scenario, Adrian wants to step up to stage 5. Harry is the rightful recipient of the donation. But we have a problem here, don't we? If you look at this diagram in green here on the left side, you're going to clearly see that Harry is only on stage 3. He's never donated to stage 4 or 5. So clearly, Harry cannot receive stage 5 donations if he's not there. This is where the CrowdRising software is very, very unique. The CrowdRising software then prompts Adrian and says, you know what? Harry is the rightful recipient of your stage 5 step up donation. Harry's not qualified. You have 2 choices. You can contact Harry, be a brother's keeper, be a sister's keeper, contact the person, their Facebook profile, their Skype ID, their email, all their information, their phone number, whatever they're sharing publicly is visible to you. You contact Harry and Adrian says, Harry, I want to step up to stage 3. If you can get there in the next 24 hours or whatever you're willing to give Harry, Harry has the option to say, thanks, Adrian, I'm going to do that. I'm going to step up here real quick so that I can be the recipient of the donation. Now, if Harry's asleep at the switch or doesn't respond or chooses not to step up to stage 3, the software then automatically looks upline. So it looks up to Paul, who's above Harry. No, Paul can't receive the stage 5 step up donation, but then it finds Fred in the upline genealogy, and Fred is automatically awarded this stage 5, which is a $200 donation, is now passed up to Fred. So the upline that is paying attention, that is stepped up, really becomes the beneficiary of this platform. And you have a bird's eye view of what's happening in your network from your dashboard in the potential donation section. That's potential. It shows your genealogy. And at a bird's eye view, you can see what's going on so that you can prepare and you can step up and ensure that you are a stage or two ahead of anyone in your organization. That's just really smart. Now, I want to touch on stage 5 really quickly. And one thing I want to share with you about stage 5, you remember I said there's magic that happens on stage 5? Well, it's true. You have the ability to work more than 5 wide. This is only for leaders. If you're doing a fundraising drive for a nonprofit, a church, an organization, an animal shelter, or whatever organization, I mean, this is fundraising with a paradigm shift. It's thinking completely outside of the box. You can open up a 6th leg, a 7th leg, as many legs as you want. They're all going to donate $20 to you again, and you can work more than 5 wide, but only if you're on stage 5. Because on stage 5, you are given this little button in your back office where you can turn the spill feature on or off as you wish. So we'll talk more about that in future webinars, but you know what? I want to just go over a disclaimer real quickly. The funding potential portrayed in the following slides is not typical and not necessarily representative of the funding that will occur, if any, that a participant can or will receive through his or her participation in CrowdRising. All references to funding potential implied or stated throughout this presentation are for illustrative purposes only. These figures should not be considered as guarantees, typical, or projections of your actual funding. CrowdRising does not guarantee any level of funding, any level of donations. Any representation or guarantee of funding would be misleading. Now, the platform itself, the potential, again, it's based on 5 who refer 5. Now, there's 10 tiers per se in CrowdRising. There's 11 to 15 tier added. No one's actively working tier 11 to 15, but let's just focus on tier 1 to tier 10. The member potential, it increases by 5, multiplies by 5. So the numbers get really, really big as your network grows. The donation here, you can clearly see 20, 40, 60, 100, 200, all the way to stage 10, 990. The potential on the right, if you receive 5 donations at $20 each, it's $100 potential donations. From your stage 2, your tier 2, you have 25 potential members there. If they all donate $40, that's $1,000. On your 3rd tier, you have 125 people. They all donate $60. That's $7,500 potential. This is where the 8,600 comes in. If you add these 3 columns together, this is just from stage 1, 2, and 3. Now, imagine what's possible here. You have 10 tiers here to work with. So it's absolutely incredible as to what can happen if you roll up your sleeves and you go to work with your team. Now, let's be honest. I mean, I'm all about being transparent, and I'm all about being really honest with everyone, because in a perfect world, numbers like this look wonderful on a screen. Like, I mean, to see the nice even 7,500, but you know what? You probably won't get everyone on your 3rd tier stepping up to stage 3. This is only if they all step up. The example I like to give is, what if only half of the people step up? What if this only works half as well? What if it only works 10% as well? You know, you're still going to have hundreds and hundreds of dollars in donations coming to you, and you created this tsunami with a $20 bill one time out of pocket that you donate to a community participant. So it's very powerful. Now, with CrowdRising, let's talk a little bit about the back office. Let's talk a little bit, how do you receive these donations? How do you receive it? Well, the My Money section in your CrowdRising back office is incredible. You need to list a minimum of 5 payment processors: your local bank, your PayPal address, your Bitcoin wallet, cryptocurrency, Payza, Skrill, Western Union, I mean, MoneyGram, whatever you want to list back there. many of our cryptocurrency communities, they're donating to each other in cryptocurrency that's publicly traded. So whether it's Ethereum or Dash or Doge or whatever cryptocurrency you like, you can attract the real big players in the cryptocurrency world and say, listen, guys, this is a way to create movement with your cryptocurrency. Donate to one another in market value equivalent to whatever the donation amount is. Add your cryptocurrency wallets to your back office in the My Money section, or cash if you wish within your local community. We have many churches and nonprofit organizations. If you're belly to belly with these people, by all means, add cash in there and allow people to donate to you in cash. A really good option. So set up your My Money section. This takes a little bit of time. You'll probably spend 15 minutes, 20 minutes just adding all your payment details into the My Money section, making sure your profile is completely filled out, and you, my friend, are ready to rock and roll with CrowdRising. This is peer-to-peer direct funding at its absolute best. There's a reason CrowdRising has over 76,000 participants in over 200 countries around the world, because the platform is simple. It's easy to use, very user-friendly, and it's transparent. So people from all walks of life joining hands around the globe to help each other through CrowdRising. So I want to encourage you to get back to Adrian, get back to the person that referred you to this webinar, whether you're on a replay or you're live here today, and start receiving your donations today. One of the things that I always love to add is with CrowdRising, you know what? It doesn't matter the size of your bank account. It doesn't matter the education that you've had or didn't have. It doesn't matter, you know, the size of your house. It doesn't matter where you live. As long as you have a mobile device, an internet connection, or a computer of some sort, and you have the willingness and the energy to reach out and share this concept, share your referral link, and just really educate people on the simplicity and the fact that it's $20 one time out of pocket, and everything that happens after that is completely up to you. So very unique. Life is definitely more fun when you are well funded. So Adrian, I want to thank you so much for inviting me here onto this webinar here today with your team. And if there are any questions, I'll be more than happy to address those after you share whatever you have to share. So thanks so much, Adrian and team, and have a wonderful day.
Okay, thanks for that. Thanks for that, Peter. We've got some questions coming in, and I've got a few questions for you as well. So that was a brilliant presentation. This is being recorded, so I can put this into the into my Facebook team group, CrowdRising and Team CrowdRising group. I've just put the link in the chat there for the Facebook groups. You want to get yourself into there if you're new to this. And just going to find a few questions to you, Peter. Is that okay?
Absolutely, Adrian. Sorry, I had myself muted here, but any questions you have at all, I'd be happy to answer them, my friend.
Okay, I'm just going to go through the chat first of all. Stephen is asking, can you invite partners living in the same home and family members?
Absolutely, Adrian. There's no IP issues with CrowdRising. So, for example, South Africa is on fire with CrowdRising right now, and so is Germany. And one of the things that I hear very commonly is people are asking, they put in support tickets asking, can we put in our friends or family members? Maybe they don't have a computer or whatever. Can I manage their accounts? Absolutely, you can do that. And one of the things that we really do frown upon, though, is stacking. There's a real a strict rule in CrowdRising that you're not allowed to stack. However, you can help your participants. Like if you have someone who needs to, as long as they have their own email address, you can only use one email address per account. You can certainly use the same IP to help them set their accounts up and teach them how the platform works.
Okay, that's great. So what makes this, just a question for myself, Peter, what makes this, do you think, different or unique to all the other sort of opportunities out there right now? A lot of things out there, they come and go. over a period of 6, 12, 18 months, whatever. But what makes this different, do you think, compared to the rest?
Well, that's a good question, Adrian. A very good question. And in my opinion, and I know I speak for my uncle and partner here as well, Gerhard Rempel, this is the question that we asked when we created CrowdRising. What will make this different? What will make this unique from anything else out there? First of all, the answer to that question is, Adrian, it's not a business. It's a platform that can go on indefinitely as long as there's supporters behind the platform and they wish to continue to donate. I mean, as we grow, obviously our hosting costs, everything increases. We have stellar support, and which is really the driving force behind any platform is when the support is good and the platform is flawless. We've got a working system here that is so automated, so incredible, that requires confirmations from you, the recipient of the donation, and like through the step 2, through the stage 2 system. If for those that are not familiar with this, you have to submit step 2 in your back office. When you submit a donation, the recipient has to approve or reject the donation. So if there's a bogus donation that ever comes through, someone is trying to sneak a fast one by you and says, hey, Adrian, I just sent you a $100 donation. Please approve me. Well, you're going to go and verify. It's in your PayPal. It's in your Bitcoin wallet. See, this is one of the things that's really unique to CrowdRising in terms of how the direct funding model works. And one of the things that we know through GoFundMe, through the crowd sharing arena, there's a real appetite for peer-to-peer. See, that question is really answered sort of twofold, Adrian. And what makes CrowdRising so absolutely unique is, see, we don't take in any of the money. We don't take any of the donations. They all 100% goes to you, the participants within CrowdRising. It's peer-to-peer. It is dependent on what you do, how effectively you share it. And we have an amazing spill feature that really ensures that if you're joining under a leader, the spill feature, you go 5 wide and you're spilling participants down. All of a sudden, a brand new participant down there is like, whoa, I just got a donation today. I didn't even share my referral link. I don't sell that, but that's the reality. It happens every day in CrowdRising. And that's really quite unique to this space. And people get really excited about it. And when someone gets excited about it, Adrian, they have a natural tendency of really sharing that platform. And that's what's happening with CrowdRising.
Okay, that's a brilliant answer. Thanks for that. And what about from, Steve is asking from a compliant point of view, from a legal point of view, obviously there's lots of programs, opportunities, businesses out there, whatever you want to call them. Some of them do get shut down and people are worried about that. But as you just said, we are not passing any money on to you, like in a lot of other programs. So I feel quite safe at that fact. But can this crowd sharing platform rather be shut down by any authorities at all?
Well, you know, Adrian, that's a really good question again. Now, clearly, I don't have a crystal ball. I cannot predict the future. But one of the things that I can share with you, if you look at our CrowdRising terms of service and how it's set up, I mean, there's really, you know what? I mean, even though we manage the platform, there's no per se owner of CrowdRising. You know what I mean? That's what's so unique about it. It's not a business. It's a platform for participants to use if they agree to the terms of service. And those terms of service protect the platform and they protect you. And they're there for integrity purposes. So let's give an example. Let's say you are new to CrowdRising. You come in and, you hear about programs being shut down. And many of us, we know what's going on with some of the real big platforms out there that, SEC's got a hold of. Well, they're all platforms where you had to make a payment or buy a rev share package and send the money directly to the company, and the company's PayPal or their main account got frozen or seized by the SEC. That can never happen in CrowdRising because there's nothing to seize, there's nothing to freeze, there's no one to go after because it's a platform that freely floats for participants to use. So I think, in my own opinion, Adrian, that it's set up in such a way where it's really protecting the entire community with the way it's set up. So I foresee no challenges in that area, Adrian.
Okay, that's great. And to add to that, am I right in this CrowdRising is registered in Belize, which is is in Central America, and that's a fairly safe place to be registered.
Well, you know, Gerhard Rempel, again, my uncle and I, we've been down in Belize for many years. He was there for almost 4 years straight. I went there every winter and come back for summer. And one of the things that we discovered about Belize, Central America, is it's a wonderful place. It's very business friendly. I mean, Belize is a Commonwealth nation, and it's a really unique country because many people, many businesses go there to register because they're sort of out of the reach of Uncle Sam, if you will. Uncle Sam has a real tendency of muscling admins and programs, and really, you know, they're the ones that often come and seize them and shut them down when they're really doing quite well. And one of the benefits about being registered in Belize, Central America, is you are out of their reach.
Okay, that's what I want to hear. That's brilliant. That's good news. Esther is asking, what's the benefit of the likes of yourself and Gerhard, the creators of this site? How do you earn from it?
Well, it's no different than any other participant within CrowdRising, Adrian. That's a good answer by whoever asked that. We operate on a donation capacity. So one of the messages, if you're on our Monday night webinars, we do Monday night webinars every Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern, and it's right on the tutorial tab. You can come in. They're very transparent. They're very open. We share exactly how we keep the platform afloat. The platform floats by generosity from participants like yourself that will donate. Now, clearly in the beginning, we obviously had our own position, but I mean, as the platform has grown, it's long surpassed the area where we received the donation, because in some genealogies, it's gone 100, 200 levels deep already. And that's good growth. That's good duplication. So right now, the platform relies primarily on the generosity of its members. So here's the general message in CrowdRising. If you are receiving donations and you love this platform, please donate a small percentage to the platform to help the hosting, the support. We have live support. I mean, we spend an amazing amount of hours supporting your teams, everyone's teams that come to CrowdRising. And we have many volunteers that are there helping as well. And so we say, donate a little bit back from time to time. If you're getting the benefits, share the benefits back and help keep this platform floating.
Okay, that's great. Some more. What about from a marketing point of view? I think it's an SEO Bong is asking about marketing and sort of, do you have any marketing materials, or is that down to ourselves to get our own landing pages and things done?
Now, another good question. We do have, there's some marketing materials available. We even have we don't do it ourselves. We leave it to our leaders, but we do have a group of people, and there's a Skype group that they create marketing materials for CrowdRising participants. There's many independent CrowdRising participants that do an amazing job at creating, you know, their own autoresponder campaigns and their own marketing campaigns. And we're going to be introducing an ads gallery to CrowdRising. That's one of the things we discussed on the Monday night CrowdRising webinar update. An ads gallery that has all of the best converting, the best proven ads out there. And this ad would come with an image, a banner, and your referral link. So when you're logged in, you automatically see this all in your back office in the ads gallery section. Primarily, we leave the marketing side of it to the leaders to use their creativity, but we're going to be assisting with the ads gallery. And based on the donations that come in for enhancements and for changes that we are requested to make, we go back to the community and we say, okay, you know, if you guys want this, this is what the cost is going to be to implement this, or an SMS feature that sends you an SMS, a text message, you have a donation. All of these things, these are not free services. So we always go back to the community and say, hey, if everyone chips in, you know, $2, $3, those that want this, $5, done. You know, this is the cost. We're going to do this. And it has worked really well for us. We have many of our leaders that are just excited to give back a small percentage of what they are receiving from the community.
Okay, that's great. I just want to let people know I've set up what they call a rotator. And what that means is I'm just going to share my screen just for 2 seconds while just 2 seconds, Peter, while I share my screen.
Sure, absolutely.
for the people who don't know, well, obviously this is the back office here, first of all. So I recommend you go into the back office and go through these tutorials. Is that right, Peter? You put these tutorial videos together. Is that right?
Sorry, Adrian, I had myself muted there. Yeah, some of the tutorials have been created by Gerhard. Some have been created by myself. I created the How to Spill feature and Pass Up Works. So there's different participants within CrowdRising that have put these together. And there's many on YouTube as well. If you go and search or on Google, you'll find hundreds and hundreds of different ones, but we've just chosen some for the back office here, Adrian.
And you've got your own Facebook group as well, is that right? Your own Facebook?
Yes, we do. We have 14,000 CrowdRising participants in our Facebook group.
And what's this forum as well, crowdrisingforum.com? What's that about? I haven't been in there yet.
That's something new that they're just creating. That's Donald Wardle's project. He's creating a forum for CrowdRising, which, on Facebook, some people like Facebook, and a forum just keeps the threads more organized. So if a participant has a specific question, the forum would be really easy for them to find that. That's work in progress. And
we also have to be, I'm going to try and blow this up here, this correct terminology. I'm not sure if I can do this. No, there's certain terminology we need to use, isn't it? Instead of using the word sponsor or recruit, it has to be referrer. It's not an investment, it's a donation. We got to make sure of the correct terminology. Is that right?
When you're doing marketing, absolutely. That's very important that you get the correct terminology. I know we have no control what independent participants do. Many of them, they make all kinds of claims and things on YouTube if I'm watching the videos, but we really do always steer people back to this area and say, try to get as close to the correct terminology as you possibly can, because that's what's going to keep us, keep our nose clean and keep the authorities from sniffing in our backyard, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, this is the website I've just put together very quickly. It will be tweaked. Thanks to Stephen for helping me with this, Stephen Lewis, and it's called teamcrowdrising.com. And what actually happens is, let's make sure I'm sharing my screen. Yeah.
Hello, friend, and welcome. You are about to witness the most exciting and quickest way to earn income for yourself and your family.
So what actually happens, as soon as the page loads up, the video kicks in automatically, and I may have to change some of these payments here, because I was under the impression we were paying down to 15 levels, which is $1,500, but I'm understanding now, Peter, it's $990. Is that right?
That's correct, Adrian. I would just as soon I've had a chat with Gerhard in regards to this. That 11 to 15 was added by the request of some leaders that really wanted it. But you know what? We looked at it afterwards and we said, you know what? I think we're just going to stick to stages 1 to 10 and just not worry about 11 to 15 right now. So I think it's just better. And there's a reason for that, and we'll share that in a future webinar. There's a new Rising that's going to launch. I've spoken to Adrian briefly about it. We're not going to go into detail on this webinar today about that, but just stay very closely connected to Adrian, and you'll be in the know of why we've chosen to stick with stages 1 to 10, something very powerful in the near future for you all.
Okay, that's great. And as you can see, guys, from this rotator, as you scroll down, watch the video, obviously, I've got a link in here, an orange sort of banner here. And when you click this banner, obviously, what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be collecting names. I was thinking twice about collecting a name and email on this particular page. We need to take it direct to the sign-up page. But the reason I'm collecting the name and email is obviously I'm not getting nothing out of this rotator. I'm helping you build you a team and the people in my downline. But at least I can follow up for the people that don't sign up within the first sort of 48 hours. But what actually happens, Peter, am I right? If somebody doesn't sign up and pay the $20 within, is it 48 or 24 hours, they drop off, don't they disappear. Is that right?
Yeah, it's 48 hours, Adrian. They have, from the time they join, they have 48 hours to step up and make that $20 donation, or the system just auto deletes them.
That's right. So what I'm doing is I'm capturing those emails for the people that doesn't step up within that 48 hours. At least I can follow up and send them emails, get them into the Facebook group. So potentially they could sign up in a week's time or a couple of days' time. So once the name and email goes in there, you click Get Instant Access, then that is going to go. There you go. So this is not invited by me. This is invited by Pavlos Manikidis. As you can see, this is one of the guys in my team who I personally sponsored. So everyone's sort of, all the people I'm bringing in, I just drop in down the levels, you know. So if I go back a page, so if I go back here and then click on that same box again.
Hello, friend, and welcome. You are about
and
to
do the same thing again.
exciting and quickest way to earn income for yourself and your.
As you can see, it's invited now by Doug Johnson. So every time somebody clicks on that link, there's a different. It's going to be invited by a different person. So I've set up this free rotator to help people in my team get a couple. I haven't decided how long I'm going to keep this going. Probably indefinite, but I'm going to be helping people get at least 3 signups. So they get their first sign up, they get their $20 back. They get another 2 signups, so they're $40 in profit, and I'm going to see how things go from there. But it's in everyone's interest to use this this link called teamcrowdrising.com. I've only just kicked this off, so I'm going to be making sure, and I'm going to be monitoring people and making sure that everyone's using this one link and just driving a mass of traffic to this one link, getting some signups, getting people motivated, and then getting people into my group posting that they are actually getting signups. And this is my link to the, I put this in the chat already. This is the link to my own personal Facebook group. And just put that in the chat there. So what I want is people to come into the group and say they've had a sign up. They can put a screenshot in. So it's giving, you know, it's showing the proof that this is working. I've only just started this rotator literally yesterday. So we're going to see how things go. So once you come into the Facebook group, just put your affiliate link, drop it into the pinned post. There's a pinned post here. Drop your affiliate link into this pinned post so I can see, obviously, a link, and I'll add your link then into the rotator. I think I've got about 40 or 50 people in there already. So we'll talk about training and how we're going to use this over the next couple of days. But I want people to start using this link everywhere on the Facebook groups, in their own marketing, you know, all the social media platforms, and then we can see where it goes from there, you know. So what do you think of that? Do you think that's a good idea? This rotator is going to help people, isn't it?
Very good idea, Adrian. It looks absolutely wonderful, and many of our leaders do this. And one additional thing I want to touch on while it's on my mind, Adrian, is you asked that question, how long a person has, 48 hours to step up to stage 1, make the donation. Now, the recipient of that donation has 24 hours to approve. If they fail to approve that donation in the first 24 hours, if you didn't receive the funds, always reject before the timer, the 24-hour timer that you have that counts down in your back office. If someone says, hey, I sent you PayPal, but you clearly didn't get any PayPal, you don't risk having your account being locked. You click reject before the timer hits 0, then ask them to resubmit step 2 or make sure they do send the donation. Now, also, one very, very important thing, and this is really going to help you folks, is mentioning to people about the soft lock. When your account receives 3 donations on stage 1 and you do not step up to stage 2, your account goes into a soft lock. The soft lock is right there in your face. There's no need to put in a support ticket and say, hey, my account is soft locked. There's nothing we can do to help you. The only way to unlock the soft lock is to step up to stage 2. To send a $40 donation to your sponsor's sponsor, and that $40 donation, upon confirmation, upon approval of that $40 donation, the soft lock on your account is automatically removed. So when you receive 3 donations, that means you're in profit from the community. You should always take those proceeds and step up to stage 2. So very, very important, and I want to make sure that, Adrian, that you understand that and can share that with your teams.
Yeah, I understand that. That's only recently come in the last couple of days. Is that right? I've seen the update in the back office there. So what was the reason for bringing that soft lock in? Just what was the reason for that?
The bottleneck on stage 1. There's a huge bottleneck, and here was what was happening. Participants, and many people, I guess, don't realize this. If you come in, let's say you're a leader, Adrian, we know you are, you're inviting people. You get someone who comes under you, and you work your buns off, and you invite people, and they spill down beneath Joe, let's say. Joe receives 5 spills from you, 5 donations from you. Joe sits there and doesn't even step up to stage 2. You'd be the recipient of that donation. You don't even get a stage 2 donation, and Joe just took the 5 $20 donations and kind of you're continually having to he's an obstacle for you at this stage because he didn't even step up. So by him making that $40 donation or soft locking him, it sort of removes him out of your way. And it's actually quite brilliant, Adrian, and you'll really appreciate that soft lock because it ensures people that they do step up with the donations they receive from the community, and eliminates the bottleneck on stage 1.
Yeah, that sounds quite sort of innovative. That sounds really good. That does, to a certain degree. So basically, somebody comes in, they pay their $20, they do absolutely nothing. I bring in 2 people. My 2 people spill underneath, say that example for that person, for example. So they get paid. They get their $20 back, and then they get 2 more spillovers from me. So they $40 in profit. Then am I right?
Yeah, they're technically $40 in profit, but that $40 that they receive from the platform, if they choose not to go step up, they can walk away with that $40 in their pocket, and their account remains soft locked forever if they don't step up. But now the idea is to take that $40, step up to stage 2. At least the person that gave you these spills or is helping you is now the recipient of a $40 donation. Because let's face it, you gave up 2 $20 donations to help this person. Now we're asking this person pay it forward back to Adrian, back to the person that spilled these to you, and send a donation to step up to stage 2. Because clearly your donations are finished. If you just remain on stage 1, and many people miss this, they get their 5 donations, they say, they put in support tickets. Hey, how come I'm not getting any more donations? What happened? Well, you didn't even step up to stage 2. How can you ever get any more donations? You're finished with CrowdRising. If that's all you do, you can never receive another donation if your 5 are full. That's it. You capped at $100, right?
That's brilliant. Yes. So they got the choice, and they can either walk away with they can put a $20 donation in. They got the option then to walk away with $40 to a certain degree. They double their money. They got that option as well, haven't they? They want to do it.
That's correct, Adrian. So now with the soft lock in place, it will really, really help and reward the uplines that are working these positions and working these people and encouraging them. And let's face it, you can't always please everyone. Some of them may just decide not to, and that's fine. That's their choice. We're not forcing anyone to do anything they don't want to do. Just the soft lock is in place. They can no longer receive spills from your efforts if they don't donate $40 back to you.
Okay, that's great. Carl, I think you may have answered this earlier, but Carl Davis is asking the question, how do CrowdRising make their money? But you want to run through that quickly again? I think you've already answered it once. Yeah,
we went through that already, but we can do it again. So Carl may have jumped in a little bit late. It's no different than anyone else in CrowdRising. I mean, we have a position in CrowdRising, and obviously, as people step up and donate, we receive donations just like you guys do. So there's nothing special about that. I mean, as I mentioned earlier, most of the platform has grown. It's grown so deep, it's out of our range already. Like we're working right now. I mean, some of the people in our teams are 40, 50, 100 levels down from us. So we don't see those donations, but we rely on the generosity of the community. And there's a little campaign going. If you love CrowdRising and you're receiving donations, just an example, if you receive a $100 donation or a $60 donation, donate $5, $10, whatever your heart feels. You know what I mean? Just keep the platform alive by contributing to the hosting and the day-to-day expenses of CrowdRising, and that's all we ask. It's not mandatory; it's just recommended.
And back to that question then, how do CrowdRising make their money? And we're not actually sending money like a lot of the other platforms out there. The actual owner or the CEO is taking our money to a certain degree and holding that money within a PayPal wallet or a Pazer wallet, and they're actually in control of our money in that situation. But this platform is the complete opposite. Is that right?
That is correct, and that's what's so amazing about it. It's peer-to-peer. You guys get 100% of the donations. See, that's what's so amazing about CrowdRising. And once you really, really wrap your mind around this concept, it's sort of like, you compare it to Bitcoin. I mean, I love using Bitcoin, and I love for participants to all set up their Bitcoin wallets and have that as a donation method in the My Money section of your back office. It's open source. I mean, there's a public ledger, and it's amazing how the blockchain technology works. And CrowdRising works very much on the same principle. It's peer-to-peer. We don't take in any of the money, as Adrian just mentioned. It goes to you. 100% goes participant to participant. The software just kind of organizes it all in a neat little package and ensures that it flows to the designated upline recipient.
Okay, that's brilliant. I think we're coming to an end shortly now. We're on the hour, more or less. Just looking through any more questions. Matthew with Feast is saying, can we donate $40 even if I have no referrals in my team?
Absolutely. And here's the beautiful thing about CrowdRising. And I'm just going to give you an example. This is not necessarily that I'm recommending this. It's just what many leaders do. Many leaders, they go step up to stage 5 right away, and then they decide to go to work and bring their teams in. Now, when you step up, it has nothing to do with how many people you have. Let's use an example. You come in to CrowdRising, you donate $20. You look, you analyze the platform, and you know you're going to work this. And you can immediately go one step at a time. You can immediately go after your stage 1 is approved. You can go and submit a $40 donation. Your back office tells you exactly who to send it to. And you step up to stage 2, and then you go do stage 3, 4, 5, whatever stage you want to step up to. That's your business. Many leaders go straight to stage 5, and then they play with their spill feature on or off as they wish. That's their discretion. And then they start inviting their teams. Now, I'm not recommending that. I'm just saying many of our leaders are doing this because it just makes a lot of sense for them. Because here's what happens when you don't. And I see it every day in support. Someone sends in a support ticket and says, oh, no, I didn't realize I got someone in my downline that went to stage 6 and I'm only on 4 yet. Well, my friend, you got passed up. There's nothing I can do about that. This is peer-to-peer. You have to be paying attention, right? What's happening in your team. If someone in your team steps up to a higher stage than you, and you were the recipient of that donation, clearly that donation, you're not eligible for it. It's going to go to someone in the upline that is eligible for it, and thus the importance of staying ahead of your team.
Okay, that's brilliant. I'm just looking through the chat. Christian just come in. Christian Samuel has just come in late. So Christian, come into the Facebook group. I just put the link in there for my Facebook group. Send me a private message here on Facebook. Let me put my Facebook profile in the chat. Because at the end of the day, guys, if you're joining directly with me, obviously you are dropping somewhere, some point below me. So I'm not getting any direct payments. Just explain that, Peter. This, say for example, now Christian joins me for whatever reason, and he pays his $20. I don't necessarily get that $20, do I? It's going to go to somebody else in my team. Is that right?
That's correct, Adrian, because your row of 5 is already full. And This is why this is so unique. This is why this is crowd sharing at its absolute finest. And this is why the platform is so popular. You see, here's the prime example. Adrian is working very unselfishly now, helping his team, setting up his rotator. And what a gold mine you folks have. Even if you chose not to use the rotator, the software will automatically spill down to the recipient on Adrian's 2nd or 3rd tier, wherever there's a first vacancy. And it finds the referral with the least amount of participants. Let's use an example. Let's say Joe is on Adrian's first vacancy is on his 3rd tier, the row of 125. He's got someone down there that has no referrals yet. The next spill goes right there. And then it toggles and it moves over and it finds another person with no one. Let's say they all have 1 now. Now the software is going to go and find the one with the least amount. It's going to go give this next person its 2nd referral through the spill efforts of, even if Adrian was not using a rotator. Now, if he's using a rotator, he's got control of where this goes now based on what he's programmed into the rotator and how that's working. But the software itself, the spill feature, is very brilliant in rewarding the little guy, the person with the least amount of referrals. And thus the slogan, time for the little guy to win.
So really, guys, so Peter, really, my team have got the best of both worlds, and they got this rotator I've set up. But even if I just switch the rotator off and I still carry on building my team, they're still going to drop below my team in some point anyway. Am I right? Absolutely, 100% correct, Adrian. And that's the beauty of it. I know that Susan Saunders, she's our main Facebook mod. We have over 14,000 participants, CrowdRising participants in our Facebook group. She is really works rotators. She loves rotators, and she has the same thing for her team. And she's always talking about it in the Facebook group of how great that rotator is and how she can leverage that or turn the rotator off completely and allow the software just to do its magic. So it's really brilliant, Adrian. Yeah, it gets even better and better the more I'm starting to get into this. So anyway, we're well over the hour, so thanks to everyone for attending. I'm going to call it a night, and this has been recorded. I normally spend an hour on a different number of income streams, but I'm going to end it tonight on this one income stream, and obviously this platform, CrowdRising platform, and this has been recorded. I'll get this out on the channel and the Facebook group, so we can use this as part of the marketing and help everyone build their team. Get this send this YouTube link out once you get it all, and let's get the word out. And I just want to thank you, Peter, for doing a great presentation and basically giving me a lot of confidence moving forward with my team. You know, I got 31 people on this call, and I started off with about 12, 13 people earlier on. There's 31 people on this call, so that's great to see. And I'm hoping they've been sort of inspired by you, Peter. I certainly have, and I'm really excited now about taking this to the next level. So thanks again, Peter.
Adrian, real quickly before I leave, I've got our main Facebook, CrowdRising Facebook link. Do you want me to drop it in the box here? Or do you prefer to keep your team in your own private Facebook group there? I'm going to leave that to you.
Yeah, I did already put it in there. If you scroll up a bit, but you can put it in again if you want. I did put it in earlier.
Okay, I'll drop it in here one more time then, as long as I just wanted to check with you first. But that's the main CrowdRising Facebook group. Feel free to have your people join there as well and just interact with us. We always love to hear from all of our participants.
And you also dropped. Let me just share my screen again before we shoot. You also dropped in the Alexa ranking, which was quite. Let me just share my screen and just show this to everyone. Alexa, can you see my screen?
I see it.
Yeah. There we go. There's the Alexa ranking, everyone. So obviously, it's certainly on the up, 36,000. That's looking quite healthy. So where do you see this going, Peter? Obviously, we're around 76,000 members. Where do you see CrowdRising going over the next couple of months or the next year or so?
Well, it's a very interesting question, Adrian. We've watched our Alexa ranking. When we first started tracking it, we weren't even in the top 1 million sites yet. So very clearly, if you go to our main page in CrowdRising, and many participants don't even know it's there, go to the very bottom before you log in. Go to the main page and go to the bottom and see the revolver globe. There's a revolver globe down the very bottom of the main page, and click on that. Take a look at the revolving globe, the 3D globe, and just take a look what's happening across the world in CrowdRising. Every time there's a ping, every time there's a visitor, since we added that onto the site, it's very spectacular. But one of our goals is just to get the Alexa ranking the absolute best it can be, and to enhance and invigorate the community by adding elements that are going to be revealed in the coming weeks and months that are really going to send a sharp message to people out there and network marketers that are leaders to use CrowdRising as a feeder program, because let's face it, it's $20. So many leaders in traditional MLM companies are saying, this is brilliant. I can bring my team that can't afford my auto ship, that can't afford my product packages. I can bring them into CrowdRising and have them generate the necessary donations to come into my primary business, purchase the auto ship or purchase the starter package for the health product or whatever they're promoting. That is the success of CrowdRising. There's going to be so many elements revealed for the fundraising packages, and with the new Rising that's emerging, there's going to be some powerful things that are going to really send a message. Get yourself in CrowdRising, get yourself stepped out of stage one real quick, because something amazing is coming, and all it will do is continue to shoot our Alexa ranking further and further. So that's we're very blessed. Gerhard and I are just in a wonderful position, and we're so appreciative of all of the participants worldwide that have embraced the community. And I just want to say thank you to you as well, Adrian, to your whole team. We certainly appreciate your leadership and everyone on this webinar today.
Okay, that's brilliant. Yeah, thanks for that, Peter. And I'm really excited about this now. So I'm going to call it a night, and I look forward to sending out this recording to you all. I'll put it in the Facebook group as well, so you can use it as part of helping you get your own signups. But I've got about 125 people, I think, is showing now in my back office that have dropped in my team in the last 7 to 10 days. So I'm looking to take that now, obviously, into the thousands. That's my plan. And I'm just really excited with working on this platform. So I'm going to call it a night, and just checking in the chat. And any more questions, you're probably too late now because we're well over the hour anyway. I just want to thank you again, Peter. And what we'll probably do, I'll continue with my webinars every week, but we may bring Peter back on the odd occasion, every other week or every few weeks, just to give us updates and just to add the credibility further to this business, you know. So I'm going to be switching off now, guys. Have a good night, and thanks again, Peter, for everything. And I'll catch up with you again soon. Okay.
Thank you, Adrian. Have a great night.
Good night, everyone. Thank you.